So good morning, everybody. It's about 10 something. 10-ish. This park is probably about 6 or 7 miles like east of town, which is considered like out in the country. Anytime like from where I live, I talk about east of town, like the city areas are more toward the water, the coast of Florida, and this is more out east, which is considered like the farm area or the ranch area where there used to be a lot of ranches. The thought of the day is the reason why I jog is not because I'm a fitness nut, really. It's more along the lines of jogging has helped me get through some tough times. I'd say, depression times or anxiety or having some bad times, just feeling like, things were not going right. And I feel like that this has sort of helped me through some bad times by exercising. I feel like that it stimulates those chemicals that make you feel better, just like endorphins and stuff like that. And that stuff that, by the way, alligators, that chemical that you get from the feel-good chemicals you get from like smoking and stuff like that, which is not good. And it feels like when I jog in the mornings, it charges my batteries, sort of. Like you'd think it would have the opposite, had the opposite effect, where you would just be tired after jogging. But for me, jogging sort of makes me feel, I do go home and rest afterward. Usually I go work on the internet and look at emails and like answer YouTube stuff and reply to do Instagram stuff, upload videos. I do take like a couple hours to sort of rest after I run, because usually my back's kind of tight and stuff, and sometimes I stretch or something. But I would say it does give me the energy for the rest of the day, because you're storing up those chemicals, those feel-good chemicals, I think. This is some of the, what do you call this? The canopy part of this park, where it's just sort of really nice and shaded, which is awesome for this like hot part of the season. It's got some great trees in here, all kinds of palmetto and stuff. There's actually one part around here where they actually have some citrus trees, which is kind of unusual when you come into like a hammock area like this with all the densely packed palms and stuff. They got another sign over here that shows you like where you are again. So we're about a third around the trail. We started out down here. We're up here now. I mentioned before that there's like this big hill up here, big grassy hill. It kind of reminds me of Close Encounters of the Third Kind, where they had that giant hill where there was like a landing area for the spaceships. And it's like they kind of keep it up here where people can't see it, like a government conspiracy thing. Just curious to take a little peek up the hill here. Ooh, there's a deer right there. Just to the left of the fence right there. He's looking at us. A little deer right there. Lately I've been doing some YouTubing on the subject of Bigfoot ever since I saw somebody posted a video that said there was Bigfoot in Mayaca State Park, in Sarasota where I live. So I've just been kind of going through videos, seeing what's new. So I'm wondering, do these deer think I'm a Bigfoot? Because they're all staring at me, wondering what I am, because they obviously can tell I'm not a deer. So I wonder if they're sort of like, they're over here. They're like, what is that man doing? Because I guess a lot of people don't really walk out here other than the trails, which all the trails that we're walking on are in the woods. And I guess a lot of people don't come out this way to jog or whatever, or whatever. that they just made? It's like a snorty noise. I wonder if it means be careful or something, or get back. So this is basically case in point of yesterday's vlogs. The deer are still right out there. I don't know if you can see them because it's so bright there. If I had stayed on the trail right here, I would have never seen these deer right there. All I had to do is just walk 50 feet off the trail. Boom. There must have been about 15 deer out there. That's pretty awesome. I'm really all sort of like giddy inside because of how awesome that was. This deer got really close to me. I'd say about 20 yards close to me. That was pretty cool. The only time I've ever been closer to a deer than that is like a petting zoo. I finally walked up the road to see the airport. This is the runway here. You can see those windsocks, and then there's like the main buildings. I don't think anybody's flying right now, but kind of interesting to see. Maybe on a Saturday they'd all be out here flying. Hey guys, thanks for coming along in this little nature jog and seeing the deer with me and experiencing some beautiful nature. We'll see you next time. So I was trying to sneak up on them, see if I can see them in the field. There they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're kind of milling around over there. I wish they'd do some walking so you could sort of see them walk a little bit, but they're all standing still. I wonder if that's like a defense mechanism. It looks like one of them's going to the bathroom. Looks like he was pooping or something.